Hi, y'all all. Welcome. Moon Griffon Show. Great to have you with us. 844-766-6607. Hickson has that hotline. Want to wish all of y'all a Merry Happy Thanksgiving. And I already jumped the gun, Brandon.
Can't jump past Thanksgiving?
No, never. Thanksgiving's one of my favorites, and I'm sure that it is for a lot of people. It's just a good time to get with family. A lot of people get long weekends off, football, hunting, women are shopping. Everybody's getting to do what they want to do, Brandon. How about that? So when are you and Hannah going shopping this weekend? Have you already mapped that out?
We've already done that. We're through with that already.
You through with Christmas?
No, pretty much.
That's good though.
Yeah, we do all our Christmas shopping early, man.
Yeah, you like my
like
my bride. My bride does all that stuff early too, but nobody's like my mama.
Yeah.
When the sales break off after Christmas, she go buy for the next year.
Yeah. Oh, no, look, at the beginning of November, that's when Hannah's ready to start outlining, hey, let's start getting gifts. And it works every year. Hey, I'm thankful for it.
Let me tell you something. If you do it early,
yeah,
you get the deals, and you pay cash.
Absolutely.
When Christmas is over for you, it's over.
Yeah.
If you don't do the deals and you don't pay cash, Christmas can be into April and May for some people. And that, to me, is so – and by the way, I love – Christmas and Thanksgiving. I love the time of year, family, friends get together, get to celebrate the birth of Christ. But the commercialized of all that stuff now has just blown me away, and that's the part I don't really care about participating in much anymore. Not that you don't buy presents and stuff, but it's just got to be ridiculous. But Thanksgiving, you just come together, you eat too much, you have a good time, visit. I know I'll be with my family, and we'll be cutting on each other and laughing about each other, so mostly about me. Can you believe that? And such a nice
And you'll be teeing them up.
I'll tee them up and hit them. Oh, no. With my brothers, I'll hit them back.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm sure they don't need help getting it teed up.
I don't have to tee up for them.
Yeah,
they just got to just tee off, not tee up.
Yeah.
This ain't T-ball at the Griffon household. We have a lot of fun with each other. So anyway, matter of fact, my daddy used to say, you ain't got to be nuts to live in our house, but it don't hurt none. So anyway, happy Thanksgiving. What a great time. I was reading something this morning about that. And by the way, Bernie Pinsonat joins us at 9:30. I'm going to give away a Shucks dinner for two with me. We will give that away today. We do have another Cane River Pecan giveaway to do. We want to make sure you get involved. All you got to do is email me, moon@moongriffon.com. Say you want to win, but I need an address. Got to have an address, because if you win, they got to have a place to send the pecans. Jady regarding the gang, they've done such a great job. And boy, I tell you what, they also, you companies out there that want great Christmas gifts for your clients, and you want to put your logo on something, you need to give pecans. And from Cane River Pecans. I mean, they do such a wonderful job. And ever since we hooked up with Jady and them, this is where I spend my money. Jady spends money with me. I spend money with him. And I send pecans to my customers, and they absolutely love them. Brandon's not a customer, but he gets some. So, Brandon, if you were getting that for a gift, you'd be tickled to death. Huh?
Oh, man. I love it. Their pecans are ridiculous, and so is their boudin pie.
Yeah.
Boudin pie is special. Man.
Yeah, he's got that, but you got to go to the New Iberia location again. This year. Next year, they're going to ship it out all with other types of pies. So it's pretty cool. So anyway, but I was just checking on Thanksgiving, and the original Thanksgiving, people were thankful, and they didn't have all the stuff we got today. They had gratitude for what God had done and where He had led them to, and they didn't have feasts like that every day. I mean, you could eat like a king in the United States of America every day. But they were grateful for what they had. Matter of fact, I read one story. The first year that the settlers got there, Brandon, they were building more graves than there were homes. People were getting sick and dying. The weather changed. They found out that the things they wanted to plant there from the mother country, and I'm saying mother, things wouldn't even grow over here. So they were thankful. And I think a lot of times that we lose that, the gratitude of just thanking the Lord what He's done to this country and how He's blessed us. We got people trying to rip all that apart, telling you they're going to church too. Oh, I'm a believer, but they're ripping everything apart. And the bottom line is, I mean, as I've gotten older, for me, just to be thankful for the day. We're all worried about tomorrow, next week, next month, next year. And really, You're not guaranteed the day. Nobody is. There will be people die today. You know, it might be you, might be me. You don't know. And that's what, you know, I try to stop and smell the roses every day, and what I try to do is be thankful. And we need to be thankful. We live in the greatest country in the world despite people trying to rip it down and transform America. We do. We still live in a great, great country. You know, how much longer will it be great? I can't answer that. But God has surely blessed this nation, blessed this country. I can't tell you what's happening in Iran and Iraq and all these countries that are anti-Jesus. I can't. But he surely has blessed this country. And we need to be grateful. Just outright grateful. Show gratitude for all that he's blessed us with. To be born in this country. To have moved in this country legally. And to have the blessings to go make a living. You still can talk about and go worship like you want to. You still can go out and be the best you want to be. Yeah, they're trying to put us down on all that stuff, but the bottom line is you can. And that's what makes it so good. We just need to be more thankful. I know a lot of people that are thankful, not just on Thanksgiving Day, today. I mean, I got up this morning. What a wonderful day. I got up. I got a chance if everything goes wrong today. You don't think those people that were trying to build this country from the earlier, they had things that went wrong, left, and right. But they were always thankful. They knew they had an opportunity. They were free. They came over here with nothing, and a lot of them died. And they kept all the trials, all the tribulations, all the things that they went through was a lot harder than a lot of the things we go through. You know, watch, Brandon, there'll be somebody, and I won't pick on Walmart, a store that don't get the TV they want. Fist fight at the mall. Starting Thanksgiving night. We went from Brandon having sales after Thanksgiving for Christmas to having sales the Friday to having sales Thanksgiving Day to having sales before Thanksgiving. Yeah. I walked into Home Depot here. Okay. I was just going down and I happened to walk into one. I was right by it. And you know I'm a big Stein guy. I just walked in. Somebody had told me this and I wanted to see if this was true. So I walked in. This was in October. Early October. They already had Christmas stuff out. Mm-hmm. Yep. I was floored. I left and I called the person. I said, "You were right." He said, "I told you." I said, "My God, man, we need to be a thankful, humble country and get back to what made us that way." And it was a Christian nation that is post-Christian right now. And things that are really good and wholesome, we shoot down hard work, you know. People that go to work trying to make something of themselves, doing the best they can. We kind of shoot that down. You know, and that's a shame. Somebody that turns to government over God, you're going to be a loser in the end. You're just going to be a loser. You can't help yourself. You know, God bless this country. The Lord has truly blessed this nation above other nations. And I believe it's because we had our goal on the right thing at first. And that is slipping every day. And it's a shame because it doesn't have to be that way. You know, so I'm going to learn to be thankful. Look, we just had elections. And in all due respect, yeah, there was some problem spots, the same old problem spots that we have, but we have an election. We had a chance to go vote. If you didn't vote, that's your problem. If your person didn't win, look, you got up, the sun came up again. When Barack Obama won, which I think is still the worst thing ever happened to this country, I got up, had to make a living, had to get up, had to feed my family. But gratitude is what we need. We need people to be more humble, less pride, and a lot more gratitude. Gratitude to God. Just gratitude that you live in a country that's free and is blessed as the United States of America. And I feel blessed to be in Louisiana. We laugh, we cut up a lot of time, we laugh and everything. But the fact of the matter is, I don't want to be anywhere else. You don't either. This is our country. This is our state. We just want to make it better. We want to make it prosperous so everybody wants to do well. But I'm thankful we live in Louisiana. I really am. I love it here. I think we have the best state, best culture. We do some politically, we just not real bright. I said we, I include myself. But as far as living somewhere, I love living here. wouldn't want to live anywhere else. Didn't say I wouldn't, but I don't want to. So, anyway, happy Thanksgiving. We're going to take a break. Open forum Wednesday. In case I'm not here Friday, we'll do it today. You can talk about anything you want to talk about. I am going to give away a shucks winner, pecan winner, all that today. You got to email me, moon@moongriffon.com. And if you just want to be on the air and say hi, it's a great opportunity to do it. You're listening to the Moon Griffon Show, and I got a lot of news as well. Hi, hello. Welcome back, Moon Griffon Show. Happy Thanksgiving, Moon Griffon Show, and as we rock and roll, of course, tomorrow is Thanksgiving Day. Hope you enjoy it because we already have a lot of gratitude. One of my favorite people of all time. He's going, here come the BS. Chef Jude of Tony Chachere. How you doing, my brother?
Yeah, I can't believe you said that when I didn't even bring any food today.
See?
Uh-huh.
See, I'm
It's
loyal.
genuine.
I'm loyal.
Genuine.
Did you
like
see that over there?
Uh-huh.
Let me tell you what he did.
Hey,
He tried to eat one of the Diddy bags.
Yeah, when I walked in, he rolled his eyes. You see
Actually, we got a blessing before you came. They showed up with the boudin and the hog wrappers. That's usually on Friday.
Yeah.
But because of Friday and the holiday and all that stuff, they decided not to. So Brandon's smiling. You were covered
Oh,
by the boudin people. Anyway, good to see you, man. What's going on?
Oh, man, holidays we're in full effect. We've been super busy.
Yeah, no doubt. Between now and the first of the year, I'm going to highly recommend they go try some of the Tony Chachere's products. Anything new out there this year, or basically because y'all had a lot of new stuff come out the last few years.
We do. I guess the newest thing is the no salt seasoning, and like you said, I brought you guys a few little ditty bags. There's everything in there that you need for Thanksgiving. There's some injectable marinades in there, and a few cans of seasoning, and some brown gravy mix, and.
By the way, I'd never had tried that. And the other day we had to whip up some gravy, and I had the can, and I pulled it out. Excellent, Brandon. You ought to try that. That's easy.
Oh,
if you can read, and Brandon, I know you can read, try that gravy.
Thanks for pointing that out. I appreciate that.
No, but it's really, really, really good. And I never really tried it a whole lot. You've made it up here before.
Sure,
it was delicious.
Absolutely.
But I usually make my own gravy. People like to do that, but boy, when you're in a bind and in a rush, there's not a bet. That gravy is really consistent and good.
It is. I think I made some grits and griots for y'all one morning, and that's what I used in the brown.
That's still the best grits and griots I've ever had.
Oh, awesome.
Man.
Where the hell's the grits and griots? Where's grits and griots when you need them? Right. No, but this is the big time of year. People that want to, the marinade. Let's talk a little bit about the marinade.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of things people can marinate turkey fried.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. Marinate turkey smoke, marinate turkey bake. People
Correct.
don't realize that's not just for frying turkey.
Yeah, it's for you put it in with, and actually there's a few other. Let's see. So I put in a few other. So this is a praline honey ham.
That is excellent.
And so you can use this on a ham if you want. It says praline honey ham, but it's not necessarily just for that. I use it as a glaze for carrots.
Wow.
It's a sweet. Kind of maple. It almost tastes like maple syrup kind of deal. And also we have another one. It's a honey bacon barbecue, and I'll mix these together and inject that into a pork roast, and it's outstanding.
But think about that. Everybody don't go traditional turkey. We've done it before too. Pork roast. And the pork roast is excellent for this time of year. Plus, you got to remember, everybody's going to hang around for the holidays. You don't want to just eat turkey. You're going to be cooking something the next night. By the way, let's talk to people. A lot of hunters.
Mm-hmm.
You got a wild game. You got a lot of stuff for the wild game, guys. Talk a little bit about that.
I think we're the only ones that have a specific wild game marinade. And it's excellent. Very good.
No, it's no doubt. But I'm just wanting a lot of hunters out there.
Sure.
So this is a way to do something different while you're out at the camp.
That's right. And it doesn't take long. I mean, you could marinate it overnight if you like, but if you just got, 20 minutes, that's really all it takes. That's all you need.
Yes, sir.
And by the way, while we're talking about animals, Tony Chachere's not only does great as far as great seasoning for your food, they also help to chase away stray cats that are trying to climb into your vehicle. So we had that happen a while back.
Look, what Brandon says, I'm not taking responsibility for it.
We had some stray cats that were climbing up into our cars. And so what we did a while back, and so we laid down some Tonys under the car, and the pepper and stuff, it messes with the
Why
back
you keep your windows
makes them
up?
sneeze. And
Why you keep your
Hey, look, as long as you buying it, I don't care what you do with it. I don't care what you do with it.
It's versatile. I'm just saying.
So in other words, if you were selling Boudreaux's butt paste, you don't want to know why.
That's
just
right.
buy it. I
That's right.
understand that, but no, it's a great time of year. But people got to understand Tony Chachere is year round, always available in the stores. Stuff online they can go check out as well.
That's correct. Our website, you can buy directly from us. You can call in or go on the website and buy directly from us all of our products. Facebook is big with us too. We try and keep steady with that, always doing contests and things like that. Just, Tony Chachere's Facebook page.
Matter of fact, I went by when I was at the LSU Alabama game and 150,000 people there. I found out where they're located. I walk a mile and a half, and Jude's there. I got there, you just missed it.
I just left. Yeah.
I saw the big truck on Facebook.
By the way,
Yeah.
folks, give out a website for people that. By
It's,
the way, if you don't know this product, I don't know where you've been. But
www.tonychacherie.com. No S.
yeah, it's pretty simple, but the food's good. I've been using this since I was in the catering business back into my brand 30-some years ago. We used to buy it by the gallons. We buy it case by the gallon.
And I was looking on here.
What you
We have a phone number too. If you're kind of I know Thanksgiving is tomorrow, but you can always call 1-800-551-9066. And the ladies
Probably on the website too.
And it's on the website too. The ladies will take care of you there if you need some last minute stuff. I mean, today for tomorrow is kind of really last minute, but Christmas is coming around.
By the way, we apologize for not coming to the Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah, I invited you guys to
Brandon was off.
Oh, you see?
I was too busy getting the boat out the water.
I was out the state.
I think I brought these are some little notepads that we had made. So
I'll need them. Chef Jude, God bless Tony Chachere. We appreciate you
Thank you,
guys.
man.
Anytime you are available to come by, you come by. You do not have to bring food, but it don't hurt you none to get to the door. That's trouble right there. All right, we got to go. Chef Jude, thank you, sir.
You got it. Good seeing you guys.
All right, bud. Hi, y'all. Welcome back. Moon Griffon Show. What a great day. 844-766-6607. Hickson has a hotline if you'd like to be part of the program, your opportunity to be a voice. By the way, most stressful state in the country, Wallet Hub, Louisiana. Why are we the most stressful state? People say we laid back, we having a good time. Why are we the most stressful state? Hey, I don't know. I guess with the lack of jobs, and I guess with the governor raising taxes, maybe that's why. I don't know. But it says we're the most stressed state in the country. Stressed states according to the financial website. So I guess it has to do with finances and jobs and how much money you make. That's just, I look at that and I just shake my head sometimes. How are we the most stressed state? We have more fun than everybody. At least I think we do. Judge blocks Mississippi 15-week abortion ban. Louisiana passed 1-2. And handed down Tuesday calling Mississippi strict abortion law. Strict abortion law. His unconstitutional ban on abortion prior to viability, he granted a permanent injunction that bars the state from enforcing the law, which reads called unequivocally unconstitutional. So killing babies is constitutional. 15 weeks. 15 weeks. And so they think it's going to affect our law as well. 15 weeks. Hey, Brandon, try to call him if you don't mind. It's in the deal. You can check it out. Waiting for Bernie Pinsonat to call in. So the judge blocks it. And so we're going, we can still kill babies anytime. Is that not amazing? What a Thanksgiving present, huh? Knowing that you can still kill babies in the womb. That's the kind of stuff I meant by culture decay, culture change, cultural changes in this country over the last 30, 40 years. That's been going since, the 60s, I guess? 60s, 70s, 73 Roe versus Wade, which was never a federal decision anyway. It was never a federal decision anyway. It wasn't for the Supreme Court to decide. Somebody asked me one time, would you have a problem with some states having abortion and some not? I don't think any of them ought to have it. You're talking about a life. We're talking about a life. And yet, 15 weeks. Now, Bel Air was a Democrat supports abortion restrictions signed a law. Louisiana bill and a law in May openly voiced support for the concept of banning abortions after 15 weeks of pregnancies. Louisiana, which tends to be among states with the tightest restriction on abortion access, currently prohibited abortion after 20 weeks. So there it is. By the way, Chris John out as the lobbyist for the big oil companies. And we'll talk more about it. I think he's going to go into he's going to go in the Edwards administration. He could take Jay Darden's place. Jay Darden just got to get through the 1st of January. He'll have his $237,500 a year salary secure. His retirement will be secure, $14,000 to $18,000 a month for the rest of his life. Chris John wants to be loyal to the governor. At least that's what he's saying. All right, let's jump gears. Bernie Pinsonat. Bernie Pinsonat joins us, Southern Media and Opinion Research. Bernie, how you doing?
Hey, Moon. Well, it used to be Southern Media and Opinion Research.
What is it now?
Bernie Pinsonat. That's just my name. I thought about a new name. My partner retired, so.
Okay. Well, it's the same. It's the same you, right? You're not dressed up as somebody else, are you?
No, it was. No, we shut it down, and I thought about coming up with a name, and everybody said, well, people know you as well as they know, or better than Southern Media, so I just opened a company. I already had Bernie R. Pinsonat. So it's Bernie R. Pinsonat polling, political consulting, and whatever else you can get me to do for you.
Okay, but you're still in the polling business. You're still looking at races. You're still watching everything like you normally do. Correct?
Right. What did you say? I'm sorry.
I said you're still doing everything you were always doing. You're just doing it more so on your own. You're still polling and stuff like that.
Yeah, my partner wanted to. Yeah, he actually wanted to. He has had enough money to retire and go away into the sunset, and so I was happy for him.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
It's not that I love what I do. It's fun. It's not hard work to me. So hey, I'm still doing it, and I love it.
Yeah, don't blame you a bit, Bernie. Everybody's got to get up, have a reason to get up in the morning. That's a beautiful thing. You know, Bernie, the governor's race, let's face it, all the national stuff is done. In the state of Louisiana, it's going to be all about the governor's race next year. It's going to be one of the only governor races in the country. A lot of people feel like, I do. I know how Bill Edwards won. The press never got it, but I got it. I know I won. I think Republicans nationally want to win this back. It's all about 2020, redistricting, reappropriations, whatever you want to call it. This is a big race. It's going to be a national race. I think they'll spend $35 million. Everybody's on the sideline waiting to see what John Kennedy does. Most people think he's running. I made the comment the other day that John Kennedy would be the front runner as soon as he announces. I think that's not a cut against anybody. I know Mr. Rasponi. I don't know Eddie. Wish him the best of luck. Hope I hear from him. Hope we'll get a chance to listen to him. And the only other thing I'm going to say, we can't have people going out there blasting any Republicans on turning on each other. We saw what that got us last time, and that's why Bill Edwards is sitting there. So I kind of summed up what's going on. You tell us what you think's going on, and talk about how big this race is going to be.
Well, months and months ago, I did an interview and said that until John Kennedy decides what he's going to do as far as Republicans were concerned, the race would not start. He's the heavyweight in Louisiana on the Republican side. He's a junior senator, but Bill Cassidy at this point has never shown any inclination to want to run for governor, and his name's not bandied about, and he's you don't see him involved to the extent in I guess you'd say state politics as John Kennedy. So the natural assumption is that John Kennedy may run for governor because of his involvement with a lot of Republican legislators on Republican issues at the Capitol. So the point I made was until Kennedy decides what he wants to do, and he has done nothing to quell the rumors that he's running, I said until he decides, everybody else can take a back seat. You're not of any consequence unless Kennedy announces he's not running. And if he does run, he's absolutely the strongest Republican out there. He's a U.S. Senator. He's well known. He's established himself in Louisiana as the guy who's, I don't care if you're a Republican or a Democrat, he went after you on spending, and he went after you on stuff that he, within the state politics, he's just constantly involved. So then, and the other thing I said was that, the state is set up for a Republican to have an advantage. It's a numerical advantage. It's the demographics of Louisiana, where every Democrat in the House that announces he's not running, he's been replaced by a Republican. Party is basically in the legislature. They will still exist, but there will be very few white Democrats. And you take a look at, and the exception to all of this, of course, is John Bel Edwards, and it literally was the Republicans that, if you're looking back at history and you look at what happened, the Republicans literally fought among themselves and gave him, I guess you'd say, literally put him there.
Mm-hmm.
But so with that in mind, my next comment was that, which my explanation is, the chances are that a Republican absolutely and unequivocally should win any statewide election in Louisiana, including governors. They have a numerical advantage based on the voting tendencies. But there is and what I've said, on the other hand, you can say that it's quite possible that advantage the Republicans had, that they could turn around and do what they did 3 years ago and reelect John Bel Edwards, and they're certainly capable of it. The Republicans are certainly capable of reelecting John Bel Edwards, and that's what he needs. That's his best and brightest hope, is that the Republican will reelect him, because it's very difficult, again, for a Democrat to win a statewide race. That's why we only have one.
Yeah, we got one, and then we know how that went. Bernie, let me take a break, because I got you on a few minutes. Let me take a break, come back, couple big questions dealing with that. Some things I've kind of been on the last couple of days that I'm concerned about, and you kind of touched upon it. But we'll get to that when we get back. Bernie Pinsonat, of course, with his own company, Pinsonat. You know him from a former company and polling and being involved in politics a long time. Take a break. Be right back. You're listening to the Moon Griffon Show. Hello, welcome back. Moon Griffon Show. Great to have you with us. Happy Thanksgiving from the Moon Griffon Show. Hope you have an awesome weekend. If you're off the whole weekend, I hope you have a great day with family and friends. Bernie Pinsonat, my special guest. Bernie, I'm going to try to throw a tough one at you, and you can answer it, don't answer it, or knock it out of the park, whatever you want to do. You mentioned about what happened last time, and I don't know if you caught any of the couple of rants I did with the lobby president. Not mad at lobby, just upset with the president, because there was a couple of times now people have made negative comments very similar to what we saw, almost setting up a fight if Kennedy gets in for these Republicans. And you said it earlier, he can't win without Republicans doing that. But I kind of lost my mind with it, because I didn't think it was right to go after Kennedy, who hadn't even announced yet. And my question is, why would anybody do that? You want 4 more years of raising. I got $7 billion total taxes. We want 4 more years of going after all companies. Maybe they'll go after the chemical companies. I mean, that's what concerns me, and it's why I kind of lost it on a couple of people. But just your thoughts on that, because I think that's what you're alluding to when you say what happened last time.
Well, if you look, one of the things that's going on right now is that the Republican, if you're talking to Republican Central Committee members, or you're talking to Republican business, small business, or whoever, they are very wary of the candidates for governor and fighting among themselves and putting him back in office. And it's a legitimate concern that, because they witnessed it. You saw the total destruction of the candidates and it was done primarily by the candidates who were running to each other. So,
sure.
You know, the sensitivity to that probably is at an all-time high. Why wouldn't it be? They witnessed it. They saw it.
Yeah, this is recent. This is recent past, though. This is like last governor's election.
No, it's embedded in their minds, and anybody who steps out there and does that, I think, is going to face the repercussions of. A lot of people may not be as vocal as you are, but the buzz talk in the politics of the Republicans are, gee, not again.
Yep.
So, but look, when Dan Juneau was there, Southern Media was a member. We polled for them, legislative races, issues, you name it. We were involved in it. And, you know, Lobby is a very powerful organization.
Sure.
It represents the business community, and it's a little more difficult today because you don't have quite, you know, as you've had Republican governors who they have the same goal, they have the same agenda. Mm-hmm. So Lobby doesn't have that big threat out there, and the business community has felt safe and secure. And of course, that changed when in the runoff where Lobby members apparently voted to endorse Vitter, and you don't see that happen very often. By the way, as Lobby, I know that much. As far as Lobby getting involved in the governor's race beforehand, I don't think it's ever happened. That's something they've never done in my lifetime since they've been in existence. In a primary, if there's an elected official who's a danger to them, and they clearly see them as a danger in the runoff when it's with somebody. I mean, Lobby actually endorsed Edwin Edwards against David Duke, but that takes a pretty hefty vote among the members. So as far as Lobby's position, I don't know how Lobby would be involved in the governor's race as far as an organization in taking a position. So,
well, let me ask you a quick question, though, because my criticism was not at Lobby, as you know, it was against the president. But I think if Lobby was ever to get involved in the governor's race, it'd probably be when it's down to two candidates. I don't think you're going to jump up and down and go. Right now, we got two candidates, the governor and Mr. Risponi. We're going to find out what Kennedy's going to do. So the next question is, if Kennedy gets in, how many more people will get in? If Kennedy doesn't get in, how many more people are going to get in? Do you have any idea what can happen there?
Well, you'll always have 4 or 5 candidates who put up their money, but as far as major candidates, I don't really see it happening, because where are they going to get the money to compete? I mean, you're talking about $4 or $5 million, and the other thing is that there is the theory that some business person who's well respected and gets up and he spends a lot of money, and I guess that's the thing with Eddie Risponi. But and I've even had people tell me, well, you can look at this state and that state, but that's you're ignoring the fact that in those other states there was no John Kennedy, who is overwhelmingly popular, who, by the way, remains the U.S. Senator if he loses.
Sure.
So the scenario that somebody can jump in out of the blue and win this election easily, or that they have a real shot at it, I mean, it's pure poppycock. I mean, you're talking about a United States Senator who's very popular in Louisiana. He just finished elevating his popularity with his role he played in the Kavanaugh hearing. So he's very popular in Louisiana right now.
Sure.
And if you're running for governor as someone no one knows, you're running flat into a very powerful U.S. Senator who's got, how do you get past that person?
Let me ask another quick question, because I don't have much time. I've heard this. I've been called, and Lanny Keller today put it in his article. With the popularity, almost happened in Georgia and Florida with an African American candidate. And of course, Lanny's really taking a shot at anybody that would step into the race disgruntled. Is there any reason to think somebody else could jump in, maybe an African-American candidate on the Democrat side? Because I've heard several people say, you could see that. Will we?
Well, again, though, the same logic applies on the other side of the street with the Democrats. You can do that, but you've got a well-heeled, well-financed, popular governor among his supporters. Mm-hmm. Kennedy's not popular with the Democratic supporters in Louisiana.
No.
John Bel Edwards now is firmly established. You look at any poll, he's doing extremely poorly with white Republicans, as anyone would expect he would. So the point is that the same logic applies to as does the other side. You're not going to displace John Bel Edwards as a Democrat because he is your best chance to win.
Sure.
I mean, that's like wanting to. I mean, that's like having you're just about to cross the finish line, and you turn your back and do a backflip.
Mm-hmm.
When you would have, all you had to do was keep doing what you're doing, and you win.
Yeah.
So that's so illogical, and the same thing applies on the other side of the street.
I just been hearing that. Bernie, I got to go. We're going to do it again. I do want to wish you a happy Thanksgiving, and we'll do it again. We'll talk to you a bunch maybe after the first of the year.
You got it. Thanks.
All right, Bernie Pinsonat. All right, we'll take a break. More to come. Don't go anywhere, folks. We're just cranking up. Brandon's going to be the guy that's going to help me remember. I have what I think is one of the biggest announcements we've ever made in the history of the program. We're going to announce a big announcement on Monday when I get back from Thanksgiving.
That's when you know it's big, when it's heap big.
Well, it's heap big.
Heap big.
It's as big as anything we've ever announced before dealing with the program. And the potential, what I'm going to tell you about on Monday, is phenomenal. And it's something I've worked for a long time to get. And I'm really excited, and I think you will too. And the only hint I'll give you is to expand the program and with the potential of really expanding it. So I'll talk about that on Monday. We'll make the announcement. Everything will be settled by then. Everything's settled. We just got to, coordinate with the group we're coordinating with to make sure we all release everything at the same time. So we'll release that on Monday, and it's exciting. Can't wait. Gonna be a lot of fun. Always fun when you can grow. It really is. And so, but the growth after that could be even bigger. So anyway, I'll announce that on Monday when I get back. It's up to Como to Showmo to remind me to do that, Brandon. But by then, Brandon, me and you will probably have all our ducks.
I don't think I'll need to remind you, Moon.
I don't think so either, but just in case, I'm a little older than you, we forget a little bit more than you do.
I think your mind will be working great on this one.
Well, I'm excited about it. It's just, I think it's a gigantic blessing. It's like everything else, I'm going to have to earn it. But, I've given away too much already, but I'm just telling you it's big. It goes with the program. And, I'm just really excited about it because I know how long it's been in coming. But anyway, 844-766-6607. Hickson has a hotline. Bel Edwards. The two things what happened? Are we still on? Okay, I don't know what happened. It must be my headset. Something just went.
What you doing over there?
I was gone. Just that quick, I was gone.
Well, I see your hands moving all over the place, adjusting things and stuff.
Well, I'm trying to adjust things, but my headset messed up. Anyway, the governor's got a few more vote buying things to do. Medicaid was a big vote buy. Didn't care if it was being abused. Senator John Kennedy, Attorney General Jeff Landry been working on them big time to try to do something about Medicaid. Where they audited and found out, wow, spending almost $100 million on things we shouldn't even be spending money on. Oh, we're going to straighten it now that we've been busted. Well, the next thing is minimum wage increase is what the next shot is. And the second thing is going to be teachers' pay raise. Okay, I'm just telling you, teachers' pay raise is still out there. It's what you do during election years to buy votes. It's just what you do. And so the governor knows that. He don't want to talk about taxes in the election year, but when you've raised $7 billion already, well, I'll talk about that. So anyway, it is going to be a hot election year. today, I think it was in today's paper, in the Advocate, Lanny Leftist Keller. John Kennedy path to Louisiana governor, it's far from clear. Here's why. And we're going to talk a little bit about that today because, once again, Lanny Keller said some things in here that just don't make any sense. But anyway, we're going to get there. Chris John stepping down. Big All, I think you will see him in the governor's administration, maybe in Jay Darden's place. Just my opinion. All right. Former Rep Brett Geymann joined me. Businessman working his butt off now. Brett Geymann joined me. Brett, how you doing?
Moon, I'm fine. What in the world are you doing working today?
It's what I do, Brett. Only when Brandon gives me off did I get a chance to spend some time away.
I figured Brandon was covering for you and you were fishing. I can't believe you're actually working today.
I would have loved that combination, but the last time I went fishing, I saw a boat at the bottom of the water.
It might take Moon a while before he gets out on the water again now.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it was, it wasn't, and the best news was it wasn't my boat. Matter of fact, without going into detail, without going into big
Although
detail.
You should.
No, the boat, some waves coming in at night. We were fishing up in northern Louisiana, and when we woke up, the boat had sunk. And it's just bad waves all night anyway. By the grace of God and wildlife fishery, we was able to get it out. But that night, we were in my brother's boat, and he said, look, just leave your rods and all your equipment in the boat. Nobody ought to steal it. I said, nah, I'm going to take mine out. And I took all my rods and all my bag out. And when I saw that water at the bottom of the boat, you don't think I went, thank God, because I was about a dozen rods and all kind of stuff would have been down there. But so I really was fortunate for my brother. He was able to salvage a lot of stuff. So anyway, we did get it up and got it back to the shop and all that stuff. So, but it was not, my last experience was not fun.
Well, welcome back to work.
Yeah. Hey, I was supposed to be gone Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We fished Monday in a driving rainstorm, cold. Tuesday, we took all day to get a boat out of the water. And Wednesday morning at 7 o'clock, I was on my first appointment. Your buddy Blake Miguez was doing the show. And I called him and said I was back. He said, well, you got to find you something else to do because I'm not giving up your program. I'm fighting the guy for the program I built. And that guy gets to do the program, and I'm over here driving to my first breakfast sales call at 7 o'clock. So for him to dog me on the air, I mean, just unbelievable.
Good for him. Good for him.
All right, Brett. Hey, there's a lot of questions about you running maybe for the Senate seat. I don't know if you made a decision. Is that something you're looking at? And if you are, which Senate seat would you be looking at?
Moon, it's something that's on the radar. I have not made a decision yet. Something that we'll talk about as a family later on in the year and make a decision probably early next year. But I live in the John Smith Senate seat.
Okay.
Senate District 30, which is Vernon, Beauregard, and a large part of Calcasieu Parish.
Yeah, so it's just something you still looking at this point?
It's on the radar. I've had conversations with folks about it, and I haven't lost a desire to serve after serving 12 years in the House and being out now for almost 4 years. I haven't lost a desire, but I haven't really made a decision yet. Our family hasn't made a decision, and I have a business and real world things to deal with, like everybody else out there listening does, and it's just something we'll have to see if the good Lord opens up an opportunity or not.
Sure. And by the way, I know people are always looking for good candidates. People felt like you were one of the fiscal hawks, one of the fighters in the legislature. And I'm sure in the Senate, when only 39, it looks like to me, if you've been watching from a distance, I'm sure you have. You got Alario out to Senate. You got Francis Thompson out to Senate. You got some old guards that are leaving the Senate. One of them, Eric LaFleur, he's gone. He's a big liberal from Bill Platt. I mean, you got a lot of senators leaving that will really open that thing up if we can get the right people on that side, because I think you feel like me, the Senate has been the place that's stopped everything.
Moon, I couldn't agree with you more. And just recently, my good friend Bob Henskins is a senator-elect.
Sure.
Coming up and taking Jonathan Perry's place, who is now going to be a judge. You're going to have, I think, a lot of the old fiscal hawks from the House side that I caucused with and worked with through the years I was there. I think a lot of them are looking at Senate seats. And you're absolutely right. It's a wonderful opportunity, I think, for a more conservative Senate, which is what has been needed, because the House historically has been very conservative and very fiscally responsible. and it's always, all of our reforms would usually die somewhere between the House floor and John Alario's desk. And that's pretty much how things have gone. And you're right. I think if you get the right people in there with only 39 members in the Senate, you can certainly make a difference and a change. And we can assume that we'll have a fiscally responsible governor, hopefully in the next term, and we could really turn things around for our state.
Let me ask a question, though. With that being said, and we're both in agreement with that, most people would be, is there a concern with, because I'm hearing defeat Francis Thompson now wants to go run back in the House. There's word that John Alario may go back in the House. Do they go back in because of they've been there for 432,000 years? Do they automatically walk in to powerful positions, or will Republicans kind of tame those guys and put them back where they need to be? Which I don't think they need to be in leadership position. That's me, because I don't want to move everything to the Senate and then the House screws everything up.
Yeah, I mean, it is a concern. We had a few members come back to the House while I was serving. Noble Ellington was one who came back, and others tried and got defeated. I think when you have a member who's got seniority and knows the routine and knows how to play the game and what have you, they're going to, by default, be in a powerful position, but it doesn't mean they'll necessarily be chairman of committee or anything in that kind of a leadership position. That would depend really on the speaker, who the next speaker is, and that's going to be very interesting to watch as well. But the House is 105 members, and so one member, it's a lot harder for one member to do damage unless that person happens to be the speaker, or somebody in a very, very powerful position. So I wouldn't worry too much about it, Moon, but it certainly is something to keep an eye on. And,
No, Brad, I take your advice a lot, but I'm not going to take this one. I'm going to act like Brandon doing when I gave him when I gave him marriage tips. It concerns me with those guys going over there, though, because there's no guarantee that whoever the speaker is not negotiated by guys that are powerful like Alario. That's the only thing I'm saying. If the young guns stay aggressive and say no, kind of like what they're doing in Washington with Pelosi, the young gun Democrats don't want that. I just think you got to have enough of them that understand that. Look, we need new leadership. Definitely need new leadership in the Senate, but the House, Barra's gone, as you know, after next year, so you're going to need new leadership there.
You're right. It depends a lot on who the next speaker is, and if the speaker has the support of what members in the House body support that speaker. So if they don't want the old guard taking back over, they can certainly put enough pressure on the speaker to not do that. We had a few cases like that with Speaker Tucker when Bobby Jindal was first elected governor. Not to get into gory details behind the scenes, but there were a lot of moves with some of the Team Jindal members to put some of the old guard in leadership. And Speaker Tucker and a lot of the new members like myself and others pushed back on that, and we were able to hold some of that off. So it's going to depend a lot on like you said, the new members there that have been fighting, and taking over leadership positions in the House, whether or not they're going to put enough pressure on the speaker. But hey, it's something to watch.
Let me take a break. We'll come back, and I'll be real short, which I'll get you back to work. We need somebody to pay taxes. Somebody's counting on you. So give me a few minutes, and we'll come back and wrap with you. Brett Geymann, my special guest, former rep and maybe a potential Senate candidate. We'll take a break. Be right back. Hi, y'all. Welcome back. Moon Griffon Show. Brett Geymann, my special guest, former representative. Brett, I like everything you talked about on the leadership side. I remember when Jindal won the second time, 2 days later, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, about 3 days later, he announced he wanted John Alario to be the Senate president. And it bothers me if the next governor, which I think we'll have another governor, would do that. It just bothers me. I mean, that's me. That's not you. That's me. You got to work with the guys. I understand.
No, Moon, you're right. But the thing that I've seen really toward the last of my tenure there and also in this term going on right now is a step toward independence, especially on the House side.
Yeah.
Taylor Barra, as you well know and talked about numerous times on your show, was elected kind of a surprise speaker candidate at the very last minute, but was elected by the body and certainly has shown some independence along the way. And I think that's got to continue. And you mentioned having good candidates step up and run for the Senate. There's a lot of them leaving the House that have term limited out, and a lot of them are looking at the Senate seats. But it's also important that we fill those House seats with good conservative members, too. There's a lot of folks around the state I know that are running. I know Gus Ransom there in Lafayette is going to. I know he's eyeing a seat that Nancy Landry's got an open seat there in the Lafayette region. There's people down in Cameron Henry's area that are good conservatives that are going to step up and run, and that's got to happen on both sides, and they've got to stand up and make sure that they maintain that independence, especially on the House side.
You know, I was without you saying, I was very critical of the lobby president because, and not just him, Mr. Grigsby, they came out and took shots at Kennedy. We don't even know if he's running yet, but if he does run, and the reason I cringed and got so upset about that, Brett, is because I saw what happened in the last governor's race. And I think it sent shockwaves through people. I know, and one of these audios I did had 1,200 views already. People are interested and very upset about what was taking place already. And we don't want to see that again. I mean, if you want to vote for Edwards, vote for him. Just vote for him. But don't shoot down a candidate, no matter, maybe it's Mr. Risponi. Maybe it's you. Maybe it's somebody else running for governor. But don't shoot him down before we even get going.
Moon, I agree with you, and I don't know what Wagaspack's intentions were or what he meant by the comment that you've been referring to, but I read it the same way you did. I was appalled when I read it. I couldn't believe that he took what I assume and what I think was a jab at potential candidate John Kennedy.
Sure.
And I agree with you, what you said in your video, that John Kennedy is the front runner, whether you like it or not, whether you're for him or not.
By the way, I didn't say he'd win. I just say he's a front runner, but I think he's going to win. But if Risponi comes on and beats him, then we get behind Eddie Risponi. If somebody else gets in the race, that's who we got to get behind.
Exactly. But the fact that we already have this going on behind the scenes, that's what concerns me way more than who the Senate president and Speaker of the House are going to be, is what's going on right now with what I consider to be a lot of the big donors appear to be working behind the scenes. I hope it's not true. I hope I'm misreading it. But we certainly can't have that. None of us want to have happen what happened in the last governor's election, where we had two of the Republican candidates not support the Republicans.
That's right.
That finished in the primary and, or got to the runoff. And whether we would have won or lost, none of us know that. But what we do know is that we had two of those candidates not support.
Yeah. By the way, Brett, real quick, Gumbo Pack's already jumped on both sets of comments from two different people, and that is the Trial Lawyer Association that is going to kind of smear anybody that gets in the way of John Kennedy or any Republican. Trust me, they'll go after Risponi next. They'll find out something. It's not going to be pretty. Last thing, and I'll let you go. The bottom line is if whether you go back or get back in a new governor's race, we have to have somebody take responsible for the fiscal mess we have. I still think it's a big-time fiscal mess. And even Robert Travis Scott said another $1 billion hole in 2020 after raising $7 billion already. Just your thoughts.
Now, Moon, you know where I stand on the fiscal issues. I spent most of my career in the House as that being my number one issue that I worked on with other colleagues of mine. And it still bothers me. It still upsets me that we haven't fixed the problem because it's clear what needs to happen. It's simple what needs to happen. It just takes the courage and the right leadership to do it. We have not had that at the governor's level, even with Bobby Jindal, who was and could have been a good fiscal conservative governor, chose not to be. And that's where him and I crossed ways. Nothing personal, but he did, in my opinion, a terrible job managing the state finances, left a bad situation for the new governor who, as you know, doesn't mind raising new revenue.
Not at all.
The bottom line is we can't continue to outspend, the economy. The economy grows at a rate much slower than what our spending is growing.
Hey, Brett, I got to go, but you have a happy Thanksgiving.
Hey, you too. Thanks, man.
All right, we'll take a break. Be right back. Hi, hello, welcome back. Moon Griffon Show. Great to have you with us. 844-766-6607. Hickson has a hotline. All right. Chris John, the guy that got shellacked by David Vitter. He was Representative John. He got shellacked by David Vitter when David Vitter ran for Senate. His announced yesterday he's leaving the Louisiana Mid-Continental Oil and Gas Association. So I read through the article and checked it out. John, quote, John had taken a less confrontational role and preferred to work with Democratic Governor John Bell. That would sometimes put him at odds with all businessmen, many of whom favor Republican politicians and philosophies. John has another gig. I just wonder if it's with the governor. Just saying. Normally, these real political guys, they get political jobs. You know? So, I'm not cutting him. I'm just saying, it got to be something. Will he take Jay Darden's place? Jay Darden's $18,000 a month retirement will kick in after about the 10th of January. You know? We'll see if that happens. But anyway, they didn't say anything that he's going to do, but my gut feeling is it's killing him. He wants to get back in politics, so it's a way for him to do it. And then in 4 years, he can run as governor, as a Democrat, after Bell Edwards gets beat, and he can maybe challenge if John Kennedy or Spony or whoever wins on the Republican side. I still think they'll win the race. I do. I just think it's crazy not for us to change gears, because raising taxes and not changing one thing in the state of Louisiana is not the direction to go. And that's what we've done. Let's go to Frank in Leesville. Frank, happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you for taking my call, not put me on call block like AFR and Jesse Lee Peterson show does. Well, I got on C-SPAN.
Well, hold up, Frank. After you talk, you may be on the same list, so let's just go and see what happens.
Well, that's okay. Well, I know where I'll stand there. You know.
Frank, hold up, Frank. I'm joking. You got to learn to laugh at yourself on my program. Because, hell, we laugh at you and you laugh at us. That's the way it is. Go ahead.
Up there. Yeah. Okay.
Frank,
well,
laugh.
Before I get started, just in case, after what I say, and I wake up dead, I didn't commit suicide. Okay? Okay. Oh, the question on C-SPAN this morning was about Trump siding with the Saudis and still going to do business with them. Okay? Now, I don't care too much of them sand fleas over there, but it's business. Okay? But we can't point the finger at them for what all we've done, and you made the point this morning talking about the abortion. Okay. Now, let's go back in history. 1963, what it was, November 23rd, they murdered Kennedy. LBJ, the CIA, the mob, the homosexual running the FBI, and all that bunch murdered Kennedy. Okay, let's go on.
Oh, Frank. I now see why you got banned. I see why you got banned, because if you can prove the FBI did it with proof, then you need to prove it. Nobody's going to kill you for saying that, but to me, come on, man. I'm just saying, come on. You don't have any proof the FBI did that. Oh, is he gone? Okay. Well, but I do see why they banned you, Frank. You know, I'm just telling you, the FBI killed him. He's grabbing agenda. I mean, come on, man. By the way, he's not banned. He hung up. He's not banned. All right, 844-766-6607. Hickson has a hotline. All right, Acting AG Whitaker. Now, I knew it wouldn't take long. Acting Attorney General Matthew Whitaker speaks to state and local law enforcement. Acting AG Whitaker got $900,000 as sole employee of a charity, worked for a company accused of fraud. See, here's what happened, folks. If you are appointed by Trump, you better not even have bad breath, or they're going after you. I'm just telling you. You better not have bad breath. This guy is not the Attorney General. He's the acting Attorney General. Somebody else will be sworn in after the first of the year when they put that person in place. But what do? Get around Trump. They come and get you. Whitaker drew a salary from Conservative Foundation of Accountability and Civic Trust, $904,000, collected $1,875 in legal fees from the World Patent Marketing. The company is notable because it shut down in May and agreed to pay a settlement more than $25 million and resolve a Federal Trade Commission. Whitaker also reported $103,000 distribution from his own law firm. And so what I'm telling you is anybody they put up, if you're around Trump, they go and get you. You better not even have bad breath. Never mind, I better not say that. Actually, Jady, what's up, my brother?
Boudin breath.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Boudin breath does not smell good to me. But now, the Boudin pies you brought, Oh, them things are good.
You met one of those little Cajun girls in Boudin breath? That's really a sexy thing, dude.
Well, hold up now. We're talking about women now. I'm talking about you.
That's a different story.
No. Hey, how's it going? Going good? Shipping out left and right?
Phenomenal.
Awesome.
Phenomenal. Our Boudin pies are absolutely flying out of our building.
They got to be.
It's unbelievable. And it's only pickup right now. We start mail ordering these things next year. Watch out.
But I'm like you. That's more than a dessert. That's a meal.
Yep,
it really is.
And I wanted you and Brandon to have one.
Oh, I thought the two were for me. You giving him one too?
No, I got to give. Listen.
Thank you, Jady.
Absolutely, man. I can't just hit him with white chocolate pecans.
I can't believe.
The coup de grace right here.
I can't believe you.
My wife loved those, by the way.
See, I thought when he said he was bringing two, it was one for me to eat tonight and one to bring with me on holidays. Brandon gets one.
Well, I really wanted y'all to have one for Thanksgiving. A lot of people are coming
much.
in the store. They're buying them. They're going to prepare them tomorrow. Maybe maybe part of their lunch plans.
What about far as sales with businesses? I like to push. What I get to do every year is to make sure they send gifts of pecans, and you can customize logos, and that is so neat. And by the way, it's not too late.
Oh,
You're right on time if you want to order right now.
We got plenty of time to get customization done on logos and on pecans, but just being grateful and thankful this time of year what's important. We all have crosses
it's how I started
to bear.
The program, by the way.
It's true. We all have crosses to bear, but the idea that we live in a great country and we should be thankful for our freedom and thankful that the economy is doing what it's doing and everyone's working and making better wages. It's a good time to be here, and we'll just be thankful and gracious.
I read a deal dealing with the first Thanksgiving. They said the first year they were here, the founders and the settlers and people that came across. They were burying more people than they were building houses for.
Really?
They went through hell, but they were always grateful for what they had.
Absolutely.
And back then, I had a lady tell me that the other day. She's a financial lady. She said, Moon, you're always going to have enough. About 2 years ago, she told me that. That has stuck with me just stuck to my brain and heart. Always have enough. Do you need more than enough? Not really. You're blessed when you have enough.
Oh, absolutely. So, and look, we feel blessed that we came up with a product that's resonating with people so thoroughly. Folks here in Acadiana, at least, I know your reach is statewide, but the folks that are living here in Acadiana who can make the drive down to New Iberia and come visit us and pick up the Boudin pies in person. We've met such great people, great Louisianans that come in our store, and they come from Monroe, and they come from Alexandria, and they come from New Orleans and Natchitoches and Thibodaux. It's just amazing to me. We love food so much in this state. We'll go anywhere to get a good piece of something.
Let me tell you something. We really family oriented, so we travel our state well. We really do.
Yeah.
We travel our state well. We go see friends and family members that stay in the state, but they kind of get scattered. So it's really easy to whip by New Iberia or go whip in North Louisiana because you have a family member somewhere.
But you know what else is kind of
every time I leave, I got to bring one of my advertisers Best Stop. And there's a lot of good places, but Best Stop's really good. And when somebody hears I'm coming to Monroe,
watch out.
Oh, my God, let me get my ice chest. Now I'm two ice chests every time I go because they want this and they want that.
But they're so happy to see you. Or are they so happy to see the Boudin?
No. Boy, Moon, it's great to talk to you. Would you mind doing me a favor? And I get there and they give me the money because I make them give me the money. Some of them trying to screw me on that, but I don't let them. And then they go, man, got the Boudin. Hey, sorry, I can't talk. I got to go. Then you go, I ain't seen you in 2 years.
Well, it's funny. And right now, this time of year, we have a lot of people who live out of state who are coming home to visit family. And the family wants to share new things with them, and pies and pecans and Boudin.
Are y'all open on Friday?
We're going to be open. We are going to be open Friday and Saturday in New Iberia from 10 to 6. The store will be open. Of course, our phone lines are always open, and we'll have some traffic. We don't do any kind of Black Friday specials.
No, but if they in and out, they need to know about this.
Yeah, we're open, and we'll be very busy because I think that a lot of people are going to eat this Boudin pie for the first time tomorrow. And they're going to want to get some before they go back.
You know how I knew it was really good? I gave it to Brandon. You remember the commercial? Get Mikey. Let him try it. He didn't eat that. I give it to Brandon. If Brandon don't like it, I was throwing it in the garbage can. When I saw Brandon smile and go for the second piece, I said, Boudin pie.
There was no way I was coming this morning without two pies. I can promise you right there.
Thank you.
Listen, man, the gatekeeper right here.
He probably would have sunk at me and got it anyway.
Listen,
he gets a lot. They're messing with him, but he'll tell you, I give him a lot of the stuff too because people bring it and they bring us stuff, and I say, Brandon, go ahead and take it, and then he brings it to his wife and makes it sound like he bought it for him, put some roses with it, and Mama's happy. And if Mama's happy, Brandon,
then we all happy.
and you ain't even been married that long, and you know that.
That's hilarious. Life lessons. Moon's the life coach, huh? That's what it's like. He's your life coach. Good luck with that.
I don't think I'd endorse him as a life coach.
We got the
opposite of what he said.
We got to take a break, but let me do one quick thing, Brandon. I gave Brandon a lot of marriage advice. Brandon will tell you this, a lot of it. And every time he'd go, I ain't doing that. I ain't saying that. So he didn't listen to me. So he gets married. And his really, really nice, sweet mother-in-law, when we did the reception, there was a box. And they said, go put marriage advice in there. And so his mother-in-law came up to me and said, Moon, I just didn't met her, sweet lady. And she goes, would you go put something in the marriage advice for Brandon and his bride, Hannah? I said, no, ma'am. She looked at me funny. She goes, no, ma'am. Well, why won't you do that? I said, well, ma'am, I gave him marriage advice for about 6 months. He didn't listen to me. He got married anyway. Let me tell you what I learned. Don't do that to mother-in-law.
No.
You really had a marriage advice box at the wedding? Did you have some good ones?
Apparently they had set it up. Yes, we had some good well wishes.
I gave him some good ones. He just didn't listen to me.
Yeah.
If you knew the ones I gave him, you would have helped me.
Yeah.
I can go get Mike Grimsley. He gives the worst marriage advice. Anything else you want to add, Jady?
No, thanks for letting me drop in. I didn't want to do that, but I appreciate the opportunity. Hope y'all enjoy the boudin pies for Thanksgiving.
He brings a boudin pie, and he thinks we're not going to let him talk.
Well, I think I'm going to bring a boudin pie every day. If that's the way it's going to work around here.
Let's save a segment for him every day.
Yeah, I'm telling you that word. All right, God bless you. Thank you for Cane Real Pecans, one of those great Louisiana businesses. And the one thing we do, we promote them because we believe in them. Buy Louisiana first before you buy something out of town. Buy local, buy Louisiana. Then if you got to go out of state, we understand.
Buy local and buy it often.
Yeah, many times as you can. All right. By the way, you ever heard that thing, one apple a day? How about one boudin pie a week?
Ooh, that's all right.
We'll be back.
That'd be good.
All right. Hi, y'all. Welcome back. Moon Griffon Show. Great to have you with us. 844-766-6607. Hickson has the hotline. How's that, Brandon? I'm trying to pull the winners and messing up papers and everything else. Lord have mercy. All righty. Happy Thanksgiving to all, folks. Appreciate Jady. I mean, I'm telling y'all, folks, doing business with Louisiana businesses and people in your local area is where it's happening. And if you got to go out of state, we understand that. I understand because you're looking for a deal and all that, but man, you'd be surprised that if you pull up and Google Louisiana companies and whatever you're looking for, you're going to find most of what you need. I know everybody's price conscious and all of it. Don't forget the internet sales tax will kick in sometime next year. State's going to make a whole lot more money to give to people. So it is what it is. All right. No way.
Yeah.
Cornelius. How you doing, Cornelius?
Hey, Moon. The handler, the Como the show mo. That's my man, the handler.
Matter of fact, let me give you some news that nobody knows yet, all right? On the 30th of November, which is next week.
Next Friday.
We will be there broadcasting at Hickson, and I'm bringing the handler with me. So everybody can come meet the handler, and I want him to come. I'll have the boudin stuff. But I'm just telling you, he's going to be with us on location. I'm just letting you know that.
It'll be good to see you, Cornelius.
And I'm taking the mic away from him, but he'll be with us.
Again, handler. Look, Moon, I wanted to tell you this. I don't know if you get Southern Living magazine.
Not lately. That don't mean my wife don't, but I don't.
Okay, but guess who they spotlighted?
Who's that?
The best stop in Scott.
Did they really?
Spotlighted in Southern Living. I said, look at this, Moon's favorite place, and he brings the best stop in Scott to Hickson every time he comes.
Yeah, but say Brandon's on a diet, so we just bring in lettuce and kale when we come. Is it kale or kale?
My name is not Sam. My name is not Sam Stokes.
Yeah, he wanted to bring some fruit and some vegetables and some kale and some of that what is that dip they dip all that crap in?
Okay, hummus is
hummus.
See, hummus tastes good, but not that other stuff you're talking about.
I tasted hummus. I would give me something fattening.
I want that boudin pie there. Y'all
oh no, I can promise you, Cornelius, we like you, but not that dang much.
You know what, Moon?
You just soon asked for ball shrimp.
Oh, You always promised me this, and you never got it to me yet. I want some of them Cane River pecans.
Well, I won't have any. But then the December trip, I'll try to bring some. When we come in December, I'll try to bring some. Anyway.
I got you.
All right, Cornelius, got to run. Thanks for the call, man. We by the way, President Obama slaying Donald Trump. Barack Obama. Let me tell you what. He wasn't a good president. I think he's one hell of a community organizer. By the way, he got his blowed up everywhere on his elections. Suggesting the reason the U.S. is not taking more direct action against climate change is because of hate, anger, racism, and mommy issues.
Oh my God!
Hey, he had to throw that old racism in there.
No, the mommy issue is the one that stood out to me.
But that's ignorance of Obama. The man knows how to divide and conquer. It's why we are right now, with the help of the press, is Barack insane Obama. Okay? The reason we don't invest in climate change policies, Obama, the reason we're not investing now is cuckoo. Stupidity to believe that we can control the weather. Only someone like you would say something like that, and it's the stupidest, dumbest thing we could ever go is listen to these people. There's no proof. They had to change the climate change because we're actually probably dealing with colder weather, not hotter weather. Obama, it's because we are still confused, blind, shrouded with hate, anger, and racism, mommy issues. That's Barack insane Obama. I'm telling you. The great divider. But yet he was nice and pleasant and kind. Those are the worst kind. A sheep in wolf's clothing. A wolf in sheep clothing, should I say. That's Obama. Oh, he's just such a sweet little lamb. Anyway, he's saying all this because what has Trump done? He has crushed the stupidity of climate change. Okay? There's nothing racial or racist about Donald Trump. I hadn't seen it. And far as the hate and the anger, it all comes from the left. But this is Barack Obama. I was having a conversation with a friend, he said, who was depressed about the current course of our country. Yeah, I bet, Brandon, it was almost depressing to watch Obama take us into the land of Marxism and socialism. It's a conversation that happens a lot. I had to remind him that this is what happens. Societies of these incredibly complex, organic things and sometimes move forward and sometimes take a step backwards. Yeah, we had 8 years of backward steps under Barack Obama. And if you can't see that, I can't help you. You know? He ran up $10 trillion worth of debt in 8 years. More than it's ever been run up between George Washington and George Bush. I just can't stand that guy sticking his face out there like he does. And he does it over and over again. By the way, let's pick some winners. Carolyn Johnson in Alexandria is the pecan winner. Miss Carolyn, congratulations. And Vicky, let me make sure, Newsom, Evangeline, Louisiana, is the shucks winner. So there it is, folks. I'm telling you, I'm just pulling these at random. I don't know what town, what city, whatever. Pull them at random anyway. Congratulations to Vicky Newsom. And you will be notified that you won, and then we just have to get together and find out when is a great time to go eat. So congratulations. Appreciate everybody playing. We've had a ton of people try to win both. All right. I will see you probably Monday, maybe Friday. I'm still debating. And hopefully on Monday, if Brandon please don't let me forget, Brandon. Big announcement on the program.
I really don't think you'll forget.
Big announcement for the program. Big announcement. Big announcement. Happy Thanksgiving. God bless.